This is the most fun I've had in a movie in a long time.
Welcome to Fright Club Live at Gateway Film Center.
Hey, this is a fun family film. A lot of people will die.
Tonight, an early access screening of the new horror movie, Obsession.
You know the movie succeeds if it made me yelp after hearing a phone notification alert.
And a podcast discussion on the best in Curiosity Shop horror.
I couldn't help but thinking that second shop clerk really needed a White Russian.
Now, here are your hosts, Hope Madden and George Wolf.
Oh, go on. Go on. Welcome. Thank you so much for coming to Fright Club Live here at Gateway Film Center as we are set to watch a brand new movie, and it's based on a true story about how I got her to go out with me. If you haven't been to Fright Club before, we're here at Gateway every month. Been doing it for, 12 years now?
I think 13. I think this is our lucky 13th year.
And usually what we do is try to show a lesser-known horror movie, maybe something that's older, that has slipped through the cracks. But every once in a while, we get an opportunity that we cannot pass up.
That's right. And thanks to Cicely, we get to show 2 days before it comes out, Obsession. And we were super excited about this film in the first place because filmmaker Curry Barker's last film, which you can watch for free on YouTube because that's where he put it, Milk and Cereal, was super fun.
So good.
It was incredibly creepy, and it's hard, I think, to make a found footage film that keeps your attention the whole time and that like surprises you and kind of freaks you out, and that one did. And so we were excited to get a chance to see this. We saw it a few days ago. Love it. So we won't talk too much about it when we do the podcast, but after you have seen it, please come down and tell us what you think.
Yes, that will be fun because I can't wait to get your reactions. And also, some of you horror fans probably already know the director here, Curry Barker, has been tapped for his next project.
The next Texas Chainsaw Massacre film. Very excited.
Yeah, buddy. And if these first two are any indication, that's going to be good. That's going to be good. So every time that we do a Fright Club, we show a movie and we pick a top 5 list, sometimes more. We do fuzzy math sometimes where we pick, and by we, I mean her, pick a category of movies to count down.
That's
and
right.
This one, to tie in with the theme here, is Curiosity Shop horror.
Yes, which all began, as you know, with The Simpsons. Now, but there is that great Simpsons episode in the Curiosity Shop. Homer, you've switched it to evil. But it actually started sort of in the 1902 short story, The Monkey's Paw, which doesn't involve a curiosity shop, but a lot of people have taken the concept there with this cursed monkey's paw and the cursed wishes. And then there have been a ton of movies, mostly a lot of shorts or episodic TV shows or parts of anthologies. And it was really fun to kind of reinvestigate that because they're so screwy. They're so much fun. And the idea that fate is fate, and anytime you screw with it, you are going to pay a price. I just love how fatalistic these can become. And so it was a lot of fun to think through the ones that I thought were the best ones. And there are actually 4 film versions of The Monkey Paw. And the most recent one was 2013. Macon Blair wrote it. He didn't direct it. He's in it. None of them are, I'll be honest with you, very good. I mean, one was from 1923. It's like, none of them were very good. They didn't make the list proper, but I wanted to mention them.
Yeah, and actually, before we go any farther, we want to thank our partner, Ginger Nuts of Horror.
Oh, we do.
Partners up with us for Fright Club, and you can always check out the podcast. The Fright Club podcast is up on YouTube and all your usual podcast apps.
Yeah. One of the things, too, about Ginger Nuts of Horror, if you're not familiar with it, it's an online website. It's actually based in the UK, and they love all things horror. And so they run our movie reviews of horror films, the Mad Wolf movie reviews, but they also review books, horror books, like brand new horror books, that's really where I go to find what yes, you never know what's the new good one, and so they're great for that. Ginger Nuts of Horror, check them out for sure.
Yes, we appreciate that. So we've got a top 5 on Curiosity Shop horror, and of course the one we're going to see tonight is included, but we won't be talking about that. But you want to start at number 5?
Well, let me just give a shout out to one that almost made it. I was very back and forth. I was going to do fuzzy math. I thought there would be so many new people, it might be a pain, so I did not do fuzzy math, but I'm going to give a shout out to a movie from 1974. England made so many anthologies in in like the early 70s. Like there are millions and millions of them. And one is called Beyond the Grave, which is actually a terrible title for it. And it is a series of short films with all of these 60s and 70s British actors doing stupid things. And each of the shorts takes place inside it's actually like a vintage, sort of an antique shop, and they all buy something that is cursed, or they lie about the price, and so, fate catches up to them. And that's really worth checking out, especially if you like sort of Hammer-style kind of horror. It's a really fun one. But then we can skip ahead to number 5.
From 1993, a mysterious new shop opens in a small town, which always seems to stock the deepest desires of each shopper with a price far heavier than expected. This is Needful Things.
You are disgusting. I like that in a person.
Everybody that's got it coming is gonna get it now.
The young carpenter from Nazareth. I knew him well. Promising young man. But he died badly. A famine here, a flood there, a little bloodlust, a broken heart. You can't win. I've got God on my side. We're having fun now. How is it going? I killed my wife. Is that wrong? Hey, these things happen.
Foreboding music.
That's right. One of my favorite things about this movie is so Max von Sydow plays the shop owner. He's the devil. And one of my favorite things is early on somebody asked him where he's from, and he says, Ohio.
We knew it. We
knew it. We'll claim him. Max von Sydow? Shit, yes,
Hell
we will.
yeah. Well, this movie has a great cast.
It does have a great cast.
You got Max von Sydow, Ed Harris, Bonnie Bedelia, and, of course, J.T. Walsh, who is...
He classes up everything.
He's that guy.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people know his name, but a lot of people don't. He's just, it's that guy. He's always good.
Yeah. It was directed by Charlton Heston's son, weirdly enough. But it was written for the screen by W.D. Richter, who did the Invasion of the Body Snatcher remake in the 70s. He did Brubaker, Big Trouble in Little China. And so I think actually what I find funny about that is that I do think that I never read this book, so I have no idea whether the book itself is funny, but the film has a very comical sensibility about it. And it's actually a lot structurally, it's almost exactly like another Stephen King movie and book. It's very much like Salem's Lot. You go, right, there's a creepy guy, moves into town, he opens up this creepy shop, and that guy is going to do horrible things, and then pretty soon the whole town is eaten alive by what is going on by this creepy guy who owns a shop. And so that is, I think, Stephen King telling us, do not trust any creepy older man. Even if it's James Mason, I would trust James Mason.
Usually.
And Max von Sydow, honestly, I would be one of the cursed.
Well, that's where they get you. They lull you to sleep.
I know.
Yeah, with their trustworthiness. A few years later, Fraser Heston, Charlton's son, TBS asked him to prepare a 2-part miniseries edit of the film, and that included over an hour's worth of extra material, and that was advertised under the title of More Needful Things. But even so, Heston still doesn't consider that the director's cut, even though it had plenty more material in it.
Well, Stephen King books, they're so...
Very dense.
There's a lot of things happening in there, so I can imagine that it could have been much longer.
And that is number 5 on our list of Curiosity Shop horror from 1993. As we move up to number 4 from 1984. You probably guessed this, huh? After receiving an exotic small animal as a Christmas gift, the young man inadvertently breaks 3 important rules concerning his new pet, which unleashes a horde of malevolently mischievous creatures on a small town. Say it with me.
Gremlins.
Gremlins is correct.
Gremlins.
Gremlins, huh? Little monsters.
Right.
Hundreds of them.
Well, I don't know, maybe thousands.
They've been here too. Billy, what are these things? Where do they come from?
Look, I know it sounds crazy, I know. But in a few hours, you're gonna have a major disaster on your hands.
Gremlins, directed by Joe Dante. They'll be expecting you.
One of my favorite fun facts about this movie is early on in pre-production, it was suggested that they use puppets instead of the stop-motion idea. And as a compromise, then the studio suggested monkeys. So they tried out monkeys, and the monkeys tore apart the director's office and crapped all over the place. So they decided, maybe not monkeys.
This is such a fun movie. It's an absolute classic. Joe Dante directed, and it's got that. He was such a master of like, hey, this is a fun family film. A lot of people will die. You know, it's like nobody, that tone that he had with this, with Matinee, with The Burbs. There were so many of his films where you feel like you're watching something, especially this one, with a Christmas setting, you know, and then all of a sudden Phoebe Cates is talking about her dad getting stuck in the chimney and they just found him dead in his Santa suit. You're like, oh my God. I got to interview Joe Dante one time, actually, and I don't recall a single thing. I think I had a stroke. I just remember being like, oh my God. And then I think that was the entire interview.
This was, well, as you mentioned, Christmas. It was originally scheduled for a Christmas release, but the studio found out that it had nothing to really compete against Paramount Pictures' Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom or Columbia Pictures' Ghostbusters, so they rushed it out, and it actually opened on the same day as Ghostbusters in 1984.
That was stupid. It might have made a lot more money.
And actually, a lot of people point to not only Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, but this movie as spurring the PG-13 rating.
Yep.
Because at the time, it was just PG, and, you know, there's some carnage involved here.
Yes. Also, I feel like not enough credit is given to the mom, Frances Lee McCain, who is, you know, so often, and you get the feeling in this movie she's going to be the same. She's going to be like the Marion Cunningham, like just that she's got such a dumbass for a husband, but she loves him anyway, and now things are going to go haywire, and she kills a bunch of these monsters. I think her body count is higher than anybody else's in the movie.
And I know you can respect that.
I definitely can respect that.
So that is always a favorite. Number 4 on our list of Curiosity Shop horror from 1984. It is Gremlins. Okay, so let's move it up to number 3. And this one is very recent. Some of you may have seen. Yeah, a psychic medium attempts to uncover the truth behind her sister's murder at the site of the crime from 2024. It's Oddity.
I'm just telling you what I saw.
Danny's ghost. My dead wife is not haunting this house.
What is this? Put them back!
This is not real. As I've always believed, there's nothing that can't be explained.
I love that one because she puts her fingers in his mouth, you know, and I think we were all like waiting just for it to, and her reaction is so authentic, like, oh my God, what am I doing? I love that. Yeah, so that is Oddity from director Damian McCarthy, who has Hokum out right now. Go see it unless you don't like jump scares.
Good stuff. Yeah.
It's so gorgeous. And then a couple years prior to Oddity, he did a movie called Caveat, which is my favorite because it's really scary. I found it really scary. So big fan of his. And this is a fun movie. It is also really gorgeous. The way he lights and frames scenes is so almost like disarmingly beautiful that you forget for a second something really horrible is about to happen. I mean, I love so much the way he frames and lights his stuff. I love this particular movie because there are twins. My twin sister is actually here today.
There she is.
This is her first ever Fright Club. She's in from Vermont. So I love twins in horror. Joy and I like to watch horror movies with twins in them so that we can just bitch about how unrealistic the twins are. But not in this case. And I love that the twin who gifts them with this big wooden scary guy.
Yeah.
You know, she's the one who owns the Curiosity Shop, and she's sort of effortlessly creepy. And it's fun because, of course, it's the same actor who played her twin, who's like the polar opposite. She's just like, living in a tent until they get their electricity stuff worked out. And I just loved that this same actor crafted both of those characters, very believable, so different. You think to yourself for a second, maybe it's not actually the same actor playing them both. Her name is Carolyn Bracken, and she's also in a great movie called You Are Not My Mother. which is really, it's a terrible title, but it's a really great movie, Irish film. And then she's in The Quiet Girl. Did you know that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Love The Quiet Girl.
Yeah, not horror, but a great movie.
It's a great movie. And yeah, I just love, he's so atmospheric and measured in his storytelling and confident. And this one is right in the same universe as a short film he did called How Olin Lost His Eye.
Oh, yeah.
And that features Olin as the central character. And that provides some insight into his arc, and it's part of his collection of short films, all set within the same universe. But
he is the most tragic character, Olin. I just loved him so much, and he broke my heart.
Yeah, and in a short time, he's landed on our list. McCarthy.
Oh yeah, my God, yes.
Whatever he's doing, we want to see it for sure.
Yeah.
And Oddity is number 3 on our list from 2024 of Curiosity Shop Horror. Okay, we'll move it up to number 2. And hey, this is the one that we're going to see tonight, so we're not going to talk much about it. After breaking the mysterious one-wish willow to win his crush's heart, a hopeless romantic finds himself getting exactly what he asked for, but soon discovers that some desires come at a dark, sinister price. Obsession.
Nikki?
Nikki is going through something.
Like what? Is she okay?
No. She's obsessed with me.
Oh, it's not so bad.
I love
You wished for this.
Obsession, only in theaters May 15th. Get tickets now.
Always read the instructions, people.
Yeah.
Very important. Yeah, so we're not going to talk much about it. I did find out a fun fact, though. You'll see some scenes in a music store. The music store scenes were shot in the same music store as Wayne's World.
Nice.
So, no stairway.
That's good intel, honey.
No stairway involved. But please come down after. We definitely want to get your reactions to get on the podcast. Just come down off to the side here. And we'd love to hear what you think about it, because I think you're going to like it.
Oh, yeah.
I think you're going to like it
I do
a lot. So that is Obsession, number 2. We're going to see that in just a few minutes. So move it up to number 1 on our list of Curiosity Shop Horror, huh? Twin brothers Bill and Hal find their father's old monkey toy in the attic. A series of gruesome deaths start. The siblings decide to throw the toy away and move on with their lives, growing apart over the years. It's the monkey.
For the longest time, there was nothing. But then it appeared. A beast not from this earth, smiting the ones who deserved it, the ones who didn't. And everyone in between. Whoever controls it controls life and death. And those deaths are really messed up.
Holy shit! More Stephen King, more twins.
Yes.
My list is a lot redundant today, but I love... So Theo James plays the twins in this movie. He is remarkable, but I need to
really
shout
is.
out... I got to look up his name. Christian Calvary plays the twin boys as kids, and he is great. And again... very differentiated but believable characters, and the one that you just want to smack the whole time, and the other one that you root for, but you wish he would kind of, grow a spine. This movie is so much fun. It's Osgood Perkins is the director. And we love everything he does. He is so, of course, Longlegs, and I'm the Pretty Thing.
Blackcoat's Daughter.
Blackcoat's Daughter. That's my favorite one,
So
actually.
good.
He's remarkable. And one of the things I thought was really amazing about this particular movie was how wildly different it was from everything else he's ever done. Everything else is usually sort of meditative and slow and like a picture book. And this was just like blood, 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 blood. It was so much fun. I thought this movie was so much fun. It reminded me a little bit of Final Destination movies in that it's like a Rube Goldberg of death. You just keep watching. How's it going to kill him? How's it going to kill him? But it's so clearly done with like a punchline every time, like really comedic characters, and I just thought this movie was so much fun.
Yeah, I did too. And Osgood Perkins, I guess, early on passed on it until he leaned into a more comedic treatment of it, because he thought from what he has said, it was about a toy. So let's go a little bit more of a comedic route instead of serious tone that other possessed toy films had gotten.
Yeah.
And once he got the green light,
don't call it a toy, George.
Sorry. Once he got the green light for that, he leaned into the ridiculousness of these kills, and he made sure that they were physically impossible, but fun to pull off, like you said, sort of that Rube Goldberg kind of thing. And actually, the reason that they had the monkey bang a drum instead of cymbals, which you usually see, was because the rights to the cymbal banging version are owned by the Walt Disney Company.
Oh, okay.
Because there's a toy in Toy Story 3.
Oh, okay.
So they had to go with the drum. But that worked because when he started banging it, oh man, here it comes. This one also has a reference to one of the movies we talked about earlier, Gremlins. You'll see the hotel sign says "No food after midnight."
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
yeah, and of course Adam Scott from Hokum.
Yeah.
He is the dad who buys it in the first place and comes to a grisly end. And I mean, the whole cast, top to bottom, is Elijah Wood is hilarious.
Yeah.
No matter how small the part, everybody in this movie is just perfect.
Yeah, and it's just so much fun, like you said, thinking about how they gonna arrange it so this person dies a crazy ass death. And Osgood Perkins makes a cameo.
He does
in this movie as Uncle Chip.
Yeah, big old weirdo. Yeah.
So all in all, it is a ton of fun, and that's why it is number one on our Curiosity Shop horror list from just last year, The Monkey. All right, so we've got number 2 coming up here in just a few minutes, Obsession.
Yep. We want to, if you skip to the next one, Matt, we just want to let you know, especially everybody who is new. Generally on Fright Club, as he mentioned, we show movies that maybe a lot of you have missed that are really, really great movies. And so we're here the second Friday of every month. And if you are up for it, we're going to show the absolutely scarring Coffee Table.
That's a big if.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a brilliant movie. It is such a great movie, and it'll leave you a whole new person. You'll not be the same when you leave. So please come back out for it. And we are going to talk about parenting disasters. That's going to be our podcast topic.
Yeah, so that's going to be Friday, June 12th.
Yep.
Because usually we do the second Friday of every month. We changed it for this one so we could give you a couple, for Father's Day.
Yeah, exactly.
And also, that's 2 days before our 30th wedding anniversary.
That's right.
So if you want to come out and celebrate the way nature intended with a bunch of blood and guts, come on out and join us. So we hope to see you next month for that. The Coffee Table, that is batshit crazy. All right, we got a movie to show.
That's right.
I think I'm 100% sure. All right, 99.9% sure you're going to enjoy it.
Thank
All right,
you,
guys. Thanks for coming out. Enjoy Obsession. We will talk to you in about an hour and a half. Obsession! Yeah, you know what? I should probably say for podcast listeners that from here on in, there could be some spoilers because we've just seen the movie.
I need to quickly apologize to Matt and Regina because I promised there were no jump scares. When I didn't recall jump scares, and then when I watched it this time, I'm like, oh God, they're so mad at me right now.
The second time, this is the second time we've seen it, and I couldn't help but thinking that second shop clerk really needed a White Russian. He had that sort of energy.
He was so dude. Come in here with that vibe. It's
come down. We'd love to get your thoughts on this. I think, the first thing that jumps out at me, because if you looked at his name tag, his name was Baron.
Yeah.
But they called him Bear, which was very deliberate because, we've had that discussion about the woman choosing the bear. Well, what if Bear What if Bear makes the choice for her?
Yeah.
What's going to happen then?
Nothing good.
Nothing good. I think that brings up some topics of discussion.
I really enjoyed it. I was a little worried because I saw a certain productions company's name on it, but they did good this time.
They did.
I did make 2 points. The music cues are great, and I wonder if The Wish uses the same tree as Aunt Gladys.
Ooh, nice. And I love too they have that phone number. I haven't called it, but I've got to assume that there's something at the end of that phone number because they don't make a secret of it if you give it a call. But you did call it?
Yeah, I texted it earlier today. It was kind of aggressive. It was the most attention I've had all year, so that was cool. True story. Don't do it.
Well, good luck with your curse. Thanks for coming. What do you think?
It was excellent, and there were jump scares, but I'm glad they were at least spaced out.
Yeah.
I just want to say that the movie succeeds if it made me yelp after hearing a phone notification alert.
Good point. I love how it builds, and for me, in the third act, when she softly says, "Kill me." Man, that's when everything turned.
Here's
Everything
the thing,
turned.
who's the villain in this movie?
Yeah.
Bear is the fucking villain in this movie.
Yes.
From the first scene, and I love that about this movie. To me, I remember when I first saw the trailers for this film, and I thought, I don't want to watch a movie written and directed by a dude with this plot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just didn't really want to watch it. And I went in because I really did like Milk and Cereal, and because I'm a film critic, so it's literally my job to do this. And I was so incredibly impressed because, to me, this is a film about consent.
Oh, yeah.
And it's the sad boy, I'm so sad, and nobody loves me, and nobody understands, and I'm so fucking entitled, and I'm never going to think about you as a real person. And when I have the opportunity, I think, to just cancel it and let you be free. And then when she says, "Kill me," and he goes, "Oh, is it so bad?" Fuck you! I hope you get cancer, Bear.
Yeah. And and the film calls attention to that at least a couple of times. Sarah talks about entitled people. She has that little speech about entitled people. And then Bear got upset because without consent, she cut his hair.
No.
My. Yeah. So
she also fed him his cat. That was pretty rude.
Yeah, that was. And put it on a Post-it note.
But I love those things where I felt like it was the actual Nikki. Like, that to me, I don't think that it's really telegraphed, but to me, that's what that was. It was the actual Nikki being like violent toward the world and I love that. Do you want to talk to her? Do you want to talk?
Yes.
That's scary.
Yes, it was.
But I also just want when he goes, "I wish for $1 billion," I'm like, that is that guy.
I know.
That definitely happened right now.
Oh. I thought the 4 core performances were really good.
Yeah, I did too.
They seemed authentic.
Yeah,
they seemed like authentic characters. They really did. Yeah, that guy with the money. And then even later, he's yelling, "Dude, it really works. I got $1 billion."
I know. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's those comedic elements to it.
Yeah.
But
when she got in, right, when she got into that college, that was so sad.
Yeah.
And then he's all screaming in the car like it's not his fault.
Right.
It was totally your fault, Dick.
I love the guy that answers the phone on the complaint line.
Oh my God, like he's so sleepy.
He's been sleeping. He just woke up, And that one actually made me think about The Substance a little bit when she keeps calling and wants to, and they're like, "No, man, you made the bargain."
That's right.
And I've been sleeping, and please don't bother me.
Yeah, I just kind of want to respond to what you said earlier about him, kind of like being in love with the idea of her, but not the real her, and him being like the sad guy. Because we see that in movies so many times, like the self-proclaimed like loser. She's so cool, and she's never gonna ask me out. And it's like, you've never talked to her, you don't know anything about her. She's just like this two-dimensional thing you're in love with. And at the beginning of the movie, I was like, well, how bad am I gonna feel for this guy? Because to some degree, he does seem to like the real her. And then in the car, she flat out asks him, like, "Do you like me?" Right. And he completely whips it. I'm like, no, you had a chance.
Right.
You had a chance to ask out the real her, but it's too scary. It's too dangerous. It gives her the power to reject you. And you just want to go back to feeling sorry for yourself about how you'll never have her. And then he makes the wish and he gets like freaky Nikki.
Right.
And
good call.
He has the fake her and the real her simultaneously. And he's fine having the fake her just for like those little bits of the real her. Like it's like what you were saying. It's just the sad guy who just wants the ideal and not the real woman.
And when he's arguing with her, right, he's not ready to give up yet. He's like, just be Nikki. And I would go, Nikki doesn't want you. Nope, that can't be right. Be Nikki. You want what she doesn't want you. Nope, can't have that. Be her, and also don't be her, because you'd not be her if you wanted me.
Yeah, there was a similar theme raised, although not as well, a few years ago with that movie with Chris Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh my
in space.
God!
Yeah, Passengers, where he woke her up without her permission.
He murdered her. He murdered her.
Yeah, it's.
And then at the end, they're like, "Oh, let's like grow plants and shit." I'm sure it's fine. You fucking murderer.
Yeah, I want to say that the way it built up tension for the horror jumps, that was actually phenomenal. Like the one scene where he was sleeping in bed and you just see the blackness of the room and you don't see her until she finally talks and she just magically pops up. It's like, oh shit!
Yeah.
And I do that so many times that eventually you're just looking in the backgrounds of all the scenes. Even at the car scene with Sarah, he's like, oh, something's going to happen. Oh, shit, there it is.
Yeah, there it was.
Yeah, but it goes on long enough where you think, well, maybe it's not going to happen.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
But you know he's a cheat in his heart, don't you?
And did you notice there at the end, the movie on the TV is just him sleeping?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Freaky.
Yeah.
Fun film, a lot of fun. You mentioned the substance. Val and I kept talking about how much we thought Bad Boy Bubby.
Oh,
Bubby Good Boy.
Oh, yeah. Also with the cat.
Well, the cat.
Yeah, with the cat.
Bad Boy Bubby.
I thought it was such a simple premise on paper. Like, a guy cannot tell a girl that he has feelings for her.
Yeah.
I related to that a lot. I mean, obviously, I would not go this far, but the scene that really, the scene that really stuck out to me is when they're having sex for the first time we see it, and her face is just like she's not there.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh, that is so good. And like, I think once the uneasiness of this film sets in, it never lets you go for the first.
Agreed.
The rest of the 90 minutes. It's one of the best horror films.
Yeah, good call. Good call, because those little bits where she's for a second before you get to the kill me scene. There's just a little bit where no, she snaps out of it for a second and then goes back.
And how about like when she shows up at the door? She's like, "Oh, I was on MDMA, and I'm so sorry." But like the way he shoots it, there's something so fucking wrong with her eyes.
Yeah.
You're like, "That isn't her, Bear. Shut the door. Shut the door." And that's before I hated Bear. I mean, I kind of hated him, but it was very creepy.
See, I'm going in a different direction because I see it from a girl's aspect. Like, I think this is a dangerous film because I think that it's going to give more girls empowerment to be like, oh, I can act crazy. I can do this because it's sexy, it's cool, it's in movies. Like, and I really feel for the girl because even though, she was under a wish, but how many girls actually do fall in love with a guy and he doesn't reciprocate it? You know what I'm saying? And how many times do you want, not me, because that's weird, but but you know what I'm saying? Like, girls do have a possession attribute to them sometimes. So I feel like this is going to give like a leeway or a freedom to like, oh, that girl in the film just bashed her head in. Let's do it, So, like, I feel like, and I felt bad for her. Like, I literally started crying because she was like, I just love you. I love you. I love you. And she was like, I see, like, a lot of my best friend, like, she just wants somebody to love. You know what I'm saying? And it broke my heart because even though she was under a wish, so many women do want that.
I think one of the reasons that this movie is so powerful, right from the beginning, when she was just like, just whatever she could do, just get me in your car, come to my house, let me go to your house. There was something very authentic about that behavior. Like, we knew that girl in high school. Like, there was something so authentic about that behavior. It didn't fit that character that we've already met. And so, and I want to give that person credit. I can't think of her name off the top of my head.
Oh, I know.
She was so good in this movie because she really did switch back and forth. And before she's full-on psycho, it seemed like two believable human beings that First is just the normal girl, who maybe likes this nice guy, maybe doesn't like this nice guy, maybe he's like, could you just say you like me? And then like the girl the insecure one who's like, I just want to come home with you. Can I just come home with you without saying, just take me home with you? But then, of course, it evolves into something else. But I think, for me, one of the reasons that the movie was so powerful and hard to watch is that the female character is not simply nuts, right? There is something very authentic about her neediness, and that, to me, is what makes one of the reasons it's really very sad. There's a lot sad about this movie.
Mm-hmm. The actress played Nikki is Indy Navarrete.
Yes.
Hope I pronounced that correctly. And Bear is Michael Johnston. Yeah, both really, really good.
I would have wished for another cat.
Oh. Michael.
So this is one of the movies that I think I am going to tell my friends, yo, you got to see this. You got to see it in the theater. You got to see it in a full theater.
Yeah.
This first weekend that it comes out. This is the most fun I've had in a movie in a long time.
Nice.
Shout out to all the black people who kept talking. That was awesome.
Nice. No, I think you're exactly right. I think it's a great one to see in a big crowd.
It is
to react to those moments. Yeah.
It's one of the
it's a lot of
reasons
fun.
horror is so much fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. And I really hope to see this one do well because let's be honest, in the last few months, there have been some really good horror movies that have underperformed at the box office for one reason or another, and I hate that. But
it makes me sad.
Yes.
Because so many of them were about killing rich people, which is my absolute favorite thing. It is my favorite thing to watch.
Let's get them back in the theater. But thank you, guys. This has been a fantastic crowd. I appreciate that. We're going to get this all edited and made into a podcast very soon. And you can find it on YouTube, on all the podcast apps. And, of course, you can find us, Mad Wolf Columbus, on all the socials. And madwolf.com is the main website. So, man, we can't thank you enough. Again, Friday, June 12th.
Yep.
Be back here for...
Happy Father's Day. Come out for...
the coffee table.
Come out for the coffee table.
And we hope to see you then. She is Hope Madden.
He's George Wolf.
And this is the Fright Club Podcast.
Stay frightful, my friends.
Stay frightful.